The first and the third.
First and the second.
Gotcha.
Go.
All right, Shalom Akyom. And we would like to start off by giving our honor and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushua, by Hashem, Kakodash. That will honor to our apostles, a great millstone, rule well, and peace and blessing to the house of David the elect. I'm Zahab, to my left.
Yashima.
Yep.
All right, we're GMS Mississippi Camp. All right, this week, we're going to go into a lesson, all right, entitled, spiritually recentered, because as we, mature within this ministry, we become more seasoned, just like anything you do in life, you can get complacent, you can get comfortable, with doing a certain amount of videos. You can get comfortable, all right, with a certain amount of reading, or you might even don't read as much anymore. You'll get comfortable, all right, just going through the motion of just going to camp. You see, you'll get comfortable, with your diet. You'll get complacent, and you really, don't have no inspiration to elevate because you done got complacent. So it's good that you step back, recenter, and really analyze yourself in the spirit and always look at what you can do better, man. You see, because this thing is all about balance, so we're going to get the definitions going into recenter, and then you're going to get some precepts, Lord will you brothers and you few sisters that watch and edify. You got it, bro.
All right, this is the Collins Dictionary, recenter. To move something to or put something at the center again.
Yeah, and there's something, all right, is us, man, our spirits. You see, because you got to understand, we in the world system that's set up for you to indulge and really destroy yourself in the flesh, man. All right, everybody that we see, all right, is everybody outside this ministry that we see, is on the crash course with death, through the flesh, man. All right, through the ways they eat, all this sexual activity, this just lustful sexual activity, be adultery, orgies, adultery, orgies, all right, all this sex with random women that can lead to death, you see, or you chasing money, making crazy decisions, all right, chasing money. See, all these people are on the crash course to death, and Babylon, America, is set up for you to destroy yourself. That's why you can please your flesh at your fingertips, man. All right, you can be on your phone and be in there all day pleasing your flesh, man. Buying shit, chasing women, lusting after women. You see, you can do that all day. So it's set up from when you wake up till you go to sleep to destroy yourself in the flesh. All right. So we have to step back from everything and really analyze ourselves and recenter ourselves within this within the spirit, man. Because we got to deal with Babylon. We got to be out here. We got to be around it. But we got to work on what showing restraint. While we around these things, man. You see, you got it, bro.
All right, third definition of the word recenter. I'm sorry, second definition.
Yep.
To cause oneself or one's thoughts or emotion to become centered again.
Hey, to cause one's thoughts or emotion to become centered again, because you can be too far left or you can be too far right. You see? So we got to find that middle ground, spiritually where we're most productive, man. And we have to be in the spirit of elevating, man. You see, complacency, all right, leads you to stunt your spiritual growth. I
got a quick.
You got.
All right. It's a scripture in the priest definition. Colossians 3:5. Mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth, fornication, uncleanness, inordinate affection, evil concupiscence, and covetousness, which is idolatry. And what I wanted to highlight was the part where it says, mortify therefore your members. So within you are those different elements, those different characteristics. And one of the main words I wanted to look up was inordinate affection. So this is the word inordinate out of the Merriam's dictionary. It says exceeding reasonable limits, immoderate.
Yep.
All right, going back to recenter.
Yep.
When you start surpassing your reasonable limits, then you're inordinate, man.
Yep.
Go ahead. Because inordinate goes back to order, meaning to put in order.
Yep.
So inordinate means to exceed your reasonable limits.
Yep.
Drinking, women.
Yep. Yep. Trying to deal, like I said, you can be trying to deal with too much. You can have too much on your plate. You stretch too thin, you know, because hey, like I say, Satan don't snatch you out the truth, you know, with one act. He eases you out, man, through different patterns, you know, of the flesh, man. You know, he constantly eases you out. He gets you to pay more and more attention, slowly and slowly, to the flesh, and then before you know it, the spirit has been neglected, and now the spirit neglected, and now you forming a habit, all right, in the flesh, man. You see, and we're all susceptible to that, man. You know, and that's why we have to really recenter ourselves from time to time, then move forward, man. You know, yep, yeah.
Sirach 19:1. A laboring man that is given to drunkenness should not be rich.
A laboring man that is given to drunkenness should not be rich, man.
Because anytime where you overly consume and pleasing any of those aspects of your flesh, that's really drunkenness.
Yep.
It's not just liquor. Any of those things, man.
Yep.
All right, that's drunkenness. All right, and he that contemneth small things shall fall by little and little. So contempt means to really despise or abhor. So when you despise reading, you deviate from reading, studying, being around the brothers, you slowly deviate from the truth.
Yeah.
When you overly consume yourself in the lust of your flesh, now guess what? Your oil is going dry, man.
Yep. Like you said, you going over, you know, your limit.
Mm-hmm.
You see, you sloppy drunk all the time, man. You see, your whole week, all right, your whole day is set up around pleasing your flesh in some type of way, man. Yeah. You're exceeding your limit, man. You see, you got 10 chicks that you talk to at the same time. Who got time to do that and be a servant of Yahweh Shema Shai, man? You can't do it. You know, you overeat. Now you sleepy all the time. You no energy. All right, you done gain weight. You know, you gaining too much weight. Hey, that's why you gotta recenter, man. You know, and really analyze, all right, who you are in the spirit, man. And be honest with yourself. That's another thing. If you don't be honest with yourself, all right, if you justify, all right, what you're doing, then you'll never, you know, come to the conclusion that you need to recenter, man. You know, you gotta be honest with your assessment, man. You know, but like you say, you're gonna fall little by little, man. You see, you had something.
Yeah, no, you got it, bro.
Yeah, get that in second area.
Okay, come.
Yeah, 7 and started at like 5.
Second Ezra chapter 7 verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
Who then could go into the sea to look upon it and to rule it? If he went not through the narrow, how could he come into the broad?
Yep, and then broad, you know, is going to rulership, abundance, man. And then narrow is speaking of that straight gate. You see, but you got to have balance to go through that straight gate, man. You know, you got it, bro.
There is also another thing. A city is builded and set upon a broad field and is full of all good things.
Yeah, that's the kingdom, you know, because everything that we desire, everything we want, everything that we deprived of is within this kingdom, man. All right. Resources, you know, rulership of the earth, women, family, all right, brothers in the stones, the herbs, you know, just that whole that royal, you know, rulership under Yahweh, man. Those bodies, you see, all those things are within this great city, man. You know, but it tells you how to get to that city, man. What's the obstacles to get to that city, man? You got it, bro.
All right, it says the entrance thereof is narrow and is set in a dangerous place to fall.
Yep.
Like as if there. I'm sorry. Like as there. I'll read that again. All right. Like as if there were a fire on the right hand and on the left a deep water.
Yeah, on the fire on the right hand, on the left and deep water, because really this dangerous place in this world system. You know, when you think about it, because this is a dangerous place. Esau is constantly putting out enchantments and playing these mind games. All right, the scriptures say this is spiritual warfare.
Yeah.
You see, it's a war for your spirit, for your mindset. Yeah. That's what the war is right now. So it hasn't even started in the physical. You know, it's a spiritual, you know, warfare, man. So there's always, you know, in the attempt to overthrow you in the mind. Because if you overthrow the mind, everything else follows. Yeah, your arms, your legs follow everything your mind does, man. You see? So it's a war for your mind, man. This is a dangerous setup, man. This ain't the time to be playing with fire, man. You know, which is this world system, man. All right, you got it, bro.
And one only path between them both.
It's only one path, man. You see, you can't fabricate the path, man. You're gonna have to, like you said, you're gonna have to mortify your members, man. There's just ain't no way around it, man. And some shit you're gonna have to cut back on a lot. And there's some things you're gonna have to cut out completely, man. You know, ain't no way around it, man. You can't try to fabricate it where you take all this package with you, you know, in this straight gate. No, man, some things you're gonna have to turn loose, man. You know, and that's just what it is. You got it, bro.
And one only path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go there at once. If this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he never surpassed the danger set before it, how should he receive this inheritance?
Yeah, because it's all a test. You see, this is all a test of integrity. You know, it's a test of discipline, and it's a test of endurance, man. You know, so we have to go through these things, all right, to be found worthy, you know, entering into the kingdom of come, man. This is part of the condition of the battle, man. You know, and you want to put yourself in the best place, all right, in the best position, all right, to overcome, man.
Yeah.
You know, because you get that Ecclesiastes 7:16, Bible shop.
Ecclesiastes.
Yeah, come on.
Ecclesiastes 7:16. It says, "Be not righteous over much, neither make thyself over wise. Why shouldest thou destroy thyself?"
Because like I say, it's all with balance. You know, we're gonna reread the next one too.
Okay.
Because you can be over righteous, man. You know, you can it's the Sabbath day. You know, you scheduled to work. You know, but you don't go in, man. You know, it's an example of being over righteous, man. You see, you starving, you know, but you pass all the restaurants because it's a Sabbath, man. That's being over righteous, man.
Because you're not supposed to afflict yourself.
Yeah, you gotta, you know, balance yourself within this system, man. Now you try your best, you know, to reverence the Sabbath or you know keep the laws to your best of your ability, but the laws wasn't set up to destroy you. You see, the laws was to govern you, man. But you gotta understand we're not in our sovereignty, man. You know, and like you said, you can't be subjective, you know, try to make brothers, you know, be at the tempo that you want because every brother ain't built like that, man. You know, and you can't look at their brother a certain way because he not built like that. You gotta recenter in that area too, man. Because recenter, like I say, you got the left and the right. You can go both ways and it'll lead to the same path of your overthrow, man. You know, so you gotta you know, recognize which way you need to go to recenter.
Yeah, if I can just say this, because you know you've had men in the past, they've overthrown themselves being overwise. All they did was read. They didn't listen to any music. They didn't do anything, and next thing you know, they knew too much.
Yeah.
To where they challenged what they were taught.
Yeah.
You know.
Read the next one, bro. Because see, brothers, the brothers is too far left. You know, too loose. They'll read their part, and they'll make a doctrine out of them. See, they'll justify everything they do.
Yeah.
They tell you over righteous, but then it come right behind it with the balance. You got it, bro.
Ecclesiastes 7:17. Be not over much wicked, neither be thou foolish. Why shouldest thou die before thy time?
Yeah, it said, why should I die before thy time, man? You see, so you see the balance that he gave, the two extremes. You know, don't be over wise. You know, don't just be in the room all day. You got a wife, the baby crying. You know, you got the baby fasting.
Yeah.
You
Fish
know,
fasting.
Yeah. He's sideways in the tank. You know, you can't do that. You know, you gotta be in tune with reality. You can't be too far elevated. You know, you trying to levitate now. You know, you can't do that. You know, but then you can't be all right at every event. You know, every club know you by name. Hey, you see that? You know, you can't be too far over there too, man. You know, so you got to find your center because my center and his center are different, but it's our center. You know, so you got to find your center within this ministry, man. You got it, bro.
1 Corinthians 9:25.
Yep.
And every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things.
It's temperate in all things. You know, like I say, so you can't, like I say, it's good to have a good reading habit, a good studying habit, good researching habit, but you can't, engulfing it so much that, you're not taking care of things that you need to take care of, man. Here it is, the sink stopped up, but every breakdown in Daniel, man, but trash up to the roof, man. You ain't took the trash out, man.
Or you might not even really be working.
Yeah.
They just old, man. Yeah, you have a strong foundation. The Most High might get you while you were unemployed and woke you up then. But now it's time you got to be a man and a man of the Lord.
Yep.
You
got to handle both, man.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, hey, you got to find, your balance that makes you productive, man.
Yeah. And it's a challenge.
Yeah, it's a challenge. And it comes with experience. See, that's why, like, people think, with the apostle and elders, it's all about how many scriptures they know. But that's just part of it. It's about the experiences they done been through on this walk. You see, that's why it's good to just listen to them just talk. Just listen to their experiences. They're going to bring out precepts, of course, break them down, go into them. But the experiences and how they dealt with it, that's you can't get that nowhere else, man. You see? So that experience is really what you see molded, the apostles and elders, man, the elder brothers under them, man.
To the point where you shouldn't have to go through exactly what they went through because they've gone through it. So now you build off of their mistakes and their experiences, man. Because you might be willful and say, I gotta experience certain things you never experienced. They've already experienced it. So that's why it says the midst, not the discourse of the elders.
Yeah.
So now you can skip over a whole trial of error, a whole heap of trial and error, and
spend that time growing.
And spend that time growing, man. It's like you got a son, like you was in the street selling drugs, but then you tell your son, look, I did that already. It's not worth it. And his dumb ass goes up and sells drugs, man. Just so he can say, well, at least I experienced it. Yeah. Nigga, I experienced it, so you wouldn't have to do it.
Yeah.
So now all you have to do is build.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get that 2 Corinthians 13:5, Papa Shop.
Good. Second Corinthians 13:5.
Yeah.
Examine yourselves whether ye be in the faith.
Examine. All right. You go to that word. All right. Examine in the Greek.
Strong's G 3985. Pyrazo.
Okay. And it says, to try whether a thing can be done, to attempt, to endeavor, all right, it says to try, to make, trial, test for the purpose of asserting his quality or what he thinks or how he will behave himself, So you have to really examine yourself, man. Test yourself, like you say. If you, like, this the ultimate test. I always say, the Spirit always had me. See what you can go a week without, man. See if you can go a week without Instagram. You put yourself, you examine yourself. Like, damn, I can't go a week without this shit.
Yeah.
It ain't, if you can't do it and you try, you can't do it, you don't beat yourself up, but you just examine yourself like, shit, I'm attached to this shit. I need,
Because the first part of growing is acknowledging your weaknesses.
Yeah.
I love pussy.
Yeah.
Just gotta be like, damn, I'm weak for females.
Yeah. So I'm gonna chill this weekend. Let's see if I can get chill this weekend.
Yeah.
And then if you can't do it, then you got to, that's a problem.
And somebody else, bro.
You got it.
Something else I realized, stop judging yourself based on nigga culture. And stop glorifying yourself based on the standards of degeneracy, man. Because only in American Babylonian culture is where you get glorified for having multiple women, or getting glorified for obeying your lust, man, or getting killed at night, man. All right, because in our homeland, Jerusalem, and our royal heritage, Scripture says to go not after thy lust. So, are you another mental problem that Jake has is that he's still judging himself based on nigga culture. You know, this thing is deep, man. You gotta fully get rid of the old man. You know.
Yeah, something.
Yeah. Come on. Sirach 18 and 30. Go not after thy lust, but refrain thyself from thy appetites, that thou givest thy soul the desires that please her. She will make the 11 stock to thine enemies that malign thee.
Yeah, because eventually, all right, when you're making decisions based purely off the flesh, all right, the flesh doesn't rationalize, all right, if she's married or not. The flesh doesn't rationalize, all right, that you eat too much. The flesh just want pleasure. All right, the flesh just wants some box. The flesh just wants some food. The flesh just want to be drunk. You see? And if you keep doing that, pretty soon you're gonna be on the embarrassment, man.
And then you gotta understand the nature of it too. You can't get something without giving up something. So when you do, the Most High does take the hedge off of you, and He does allow you to consume your lust. You're gonna be giving up your spirit, man. That you're gonna give up that one thing that Jake in the world doesn't have, man, and that's His truth. All right, this truth came with a cost, man. All right.
You finished that second,
right?
Okay, this is GMS Holland, the Great Gathering, and it says, a man that have traveled knoweth many things, and he that have much experience will declare wisdom. Yeah, man, there's experience, man. But you're supposed to grow, you know, from the experiences that you have within the ministry, man. You know, not seeing what you can get away with, because that's another thing. Jake try to finesse the spirit. You know, he do something, get away with it. You know, he feel like, oh, I can get away with it. He add that to his fleshly repertoire, man.
And that's why the Scripture says a sinful man should not be reproved, for he find an excuse to do his own will, man. Part of the excuse is, hey, well, if you don't do nothing, you'll never have experience.
Yeah.
It is an excuse to do what feels good to you, man.
Yeah.
All right, go back to Corinthians.
Yeah, it's 2 Corinthians.
2 Corinthians 13:5.
Yep, come.
Examine yourselves whether ye be in the faith. Prove your own selves. Know ye not your own selves? How Mashiach is in you, except ye be reprobates?
Know not your own selves, man. You know, you know you better than anybody, man. You know, before this brother had to correct me, you know, I should be picking up on signs, man. We should have like a self, you know, a spiritual filtration system about ourselves, all right, where we don't have to be rebuked, all right, every month, man. You know, every week. You know, some things might slip, you know, some things might happen where you gotta get pulled to the side and, you know, brother tell you, you know, correct you, you know, you need to tweak that, you know, within your character, whatever, you know. But for the most part, man, there's a lot of things that we should catch, all right, before it makes it to the point of a counsel or a rebuke, man.
And you know what? And if you get to the point where men are surrounding you, telling you the same thing, you still don't see it, you far gone, man. You didn't went deep off into your lust because you didn't already put these fences up around you to protect yourself from getting rebuked, man. So now you so far gone that you don't even see it, man. You're supposed to be the first one to see it. Like the brother saying.
You know, but like Scripture say, know your own selves, man. You know. Let me see if they got anything else on here. Yeah. It's another from GMS Holland. All right, it says a false balance is abomination to the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, but a just weight is his delight. Yeah, man. You know, false balance, you know, saying that you okay, but you too far left. Saying you okay, but you over righteous, man. That's a false balance. You're not sinning, you know. You justifying your own balance, man. You know, but that's an abomination to Yahweh Shema Shai, man. So it's good, all right, to stay, you know, try to stay within that middle ground, man. You know. You had something else, bro?
Nah, that'll be it for me.
Okay, come. Well, like I said, we just want to, bring these things out. But like I said, we all growing within the ministry. We all gain experience. As younger brothers. So let's just, make sure that we examine ourselves, analyzing ourselves, man. Because we're called to be leaders, man. And one thing, a leader holds itself to a much higher standard than the people that he's leading, man. And we have to, be mindful of that, Yeah.
And with that, we hope our brothers are edified. Once again, we want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushua, Bahasham, Kakwadash. Now, honor to our apostles, a great millstone, well. Peace and blessing to the house of David the elect. Till the next time, Shalom.
Shalom.